What if many of the world's governments didn't fall by accident, but by design? From secret coups to full-scale invasions, the United States has repeatedly been accused of helping remove leaders across the globe. Some say it was to defend freedom. Others say it was about power, but the question remains: how many governments has the United States helped overthrow, and why? The story begins during the global struggle known as the Cold War, when the United States and the Soviet Union competed for influence around the world. In 1953, a turning point came in Iran. Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh had nationalized Iran's oil industry, challenging Western control. Soon after, a covert operation organized by the Central Intelligence Agency and Britain's MI6 helped remove him during the 1953 Iranian coup d'etat. Power returned to the Shah, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. It was one of the first modern examples of covert regime change. Just 1 year later, another government fell. In Guatemala, President Jacobo Arbenz introduced land reforms that threatened powerful corporations. In 1954, he was overthrown in the 1954 Guatemalan coup d'etat backed by the CIA. The pattern was spreading. In the newly independent Democratic Republic of the Congo, nationalist leader Patrice Lumumba was removed and later killed during the Congo crisis. Soon after, Mobutu Sese Seko rose to power with Western support. In Brazil, a military coup in 1964 removed President João Goulart. And in 1973, the world watched as the socialist government of Chile collapsed. President Salvador Allende died during the 1973 Chilean coup d'etat, while General Augusto Pinochet seized power. Not every regime change happened in secret. In 1989, the U.S. launched the United States invasion of Panama. The target, dictator Manuel Noriega. Within days, Noriega was captured and flown to the United States. A decade later, the attacks of September 11th attacks changed global politics. In response, the U.S. invaded Afghanistan in 2001 and removed the government led by the Taliban. Then in 2003, the 2003 invasion of Iraq toppled Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein. In 2011, protests erupted across the Middle East during the Arab Spring. In Libya, rebels fought the longtime ruler Muammar Gaddafi during the First Libyan Civil War. A coalition led by NATO launched airstrikes after authorization from the United Nations Security Council. Gaddafi's government collapsed later that year. But Libya would descend into years of instability. Today, geopolitical tensions continue. In Iran, the government led by Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei remains one of Washington's biggest rivals. Meanwhile, in Venezuela, the United States has supported opposition movements challenging President Nicolas Maduro. Whether through sanctions, diplomacy, or covert support, the struggle for influence continues. Supporters say these actions defended democracy. Critics say they destroyed it. But one thing is clear: from Iran to Chile, from Iraq to Libya, the history of modern geopolitics cannot be told without the shadow of regime change. And the question that still echoes today is this: who really decides the fate of nations?